All right, let's jump right in. What we're seeing right now in late 2025 is one of the most powerful economic stories happening anywhere on the planet, and it's unfolding in India. We're calling it the Great Indian Reset, and for good reason, because this isn't just about growth. It's about a deep, really fundamental transformation.
And really, this is the big question we're going to be exploring. I mean, think about it. How often do you really see three gigantic forces? We're talking huge, massive amounts of capital, sweeping policy changes, and super ambitious tech goals all coming together at the exact same moment. It's this alignment that's creating a truly pivotal moment in India's history.
So what's really key to understand here is that this isn't just some temporary market boom. No, what we're witnessing is a deliberate, structural recalibration of the entire economy. You could almost say it's being engineered from the ground up to pivot towards a future of high-tech, high-value growth.
So where does a reset like this even begin? Well, it always starts with the foundation. Let's dig into our first pillar, how the government and the central bank are methodically and very carefully laying the groundwork. They're creating the perfect environment for both money and new ideas to absolutely thrive.
Okay, check out this number. This is the new repo rate, set by the Reserve Bank of India back in December. Now, 5.25% isn't just a number. It is a very strategic move. By cutting the rate, which was part of a pretty hefty 125 basis point reduction over 2025, the RBI is deliberately making it cheaper to borrow money. The goal? To get spending and investment fired up across the entire economy.
And then you've got this, a truly landmark decision to open up the insurance sector to 100% foreign direct investment. This is so much more than a little policy tweak. It's a massive signal to the rest of the world. It's basically India rolling out the red carpet for global players to bring in not just their cash, but also their expertise, on a scale we just haven't seen before.
And adding another solid layer to this foundation is the new UK-India trade agreement. Now, this isn't just some piece of paper. This thing has immediate, real-world benefits. We're talking about a $25.5 billion a year boost to trade and stuff you can see right away, like duties on Scotch whiskey getting chopped in half. It's all part of a bigger plan to really strengthen India's position in global trade.
Okay, so if policy is the foundation, then what's the catalyst? What's the thing that really ignites the fire? It's this, which you can only describe as a tsunami of capital. We are talking about a totally unprecedented wave of foreign investment aimed squarely at one thing, building India's future in artificial intelligence.
First up, you've got Microsoft. They announced this massive investment to build out their cloud and AI infrastructure. And their focus is on three key things. Scale, to handle the insane demand. Skills, to train literally millions of Indians in AI. And data sovereignty, to make sure India stays in control of its own data.
And then, right on Microsoft's heels, Amazon comes in with a commitment of over $35 billion through 2030. Their strategy is all about using AI to digitize millions of small businesses, give a huge boost to e-commerce exports, and, of course, create a ton of jobs.
Just take a second and look at the sheer scale here. When you put them together, that's over $52.5 billion committed by just two companies. And it is so crucial to understand this isn't just cash being dropped from a helicopter. This is strategic capital. It's designed to be deeply woven into India's own national tech goals.
And this quote from Amazon's leadership, it just says it all, doesn't it? Their investment isn't happening in a vacuum. It's designed to line up perfectly with India's national ambitions of Atmanirbhar, which means self-reliant, and Viksit Bharat, which means a developed India. This is what a true public-private partnership looks like in action.
But all this foreign investment, that's really only half the story. A transformation this huge can't just be funded from the outside. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, the engine. Let's take a look at how India's own vibrant, dynamic, domestic economy is powering this reset from the inside.
We are seeing a massive boom in what's called domestic mergers and acquisitions. India's own industrial giants, we're talking huge names like Reliance, Tata, and Adani, they're on a shopping spree, aggressively buying up companies, consolidating key markets like tech and energy, and really driving innovation from within.
And this table gives us a fantastic real-world look at this domestic dynamism in action. So, take the recent IPO of a company called KSH International. When you compare it to its competitors, just look at the numbers. Its EBITDA margin, which is basically a key measure of how profitable a company is, it's way higher. And its ROE, or return on equity, which tells you how well it uses its investors' money, well, that's much better too. This just proves that strong domestic companies aren't just growing, they're super efficient, and they are successfully raising money on the capital markets to fuel that growth.
So you put these three powerful pillars together. What does it all mean? Well, it signals a massive, fundamental pivot for India on the world stage. It's a clear, unmistakable turn towards a future that is going to be dominated by technology and innovation.
So let's just bring it all together one last time. First, you have the foundation, smart, pro-growth government policy. Then you have the catalyst, billions upon billions in strategic foreign AI investment. And finally, you have the engine, a seriously dynamic domestic market. You see, it's the fact that all three of these are happening at the same time that makes this moment so incredibly unique.
Which of course leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. By combining policy, foreign capital, and domestic strength in such a coordinated way, is India actually creating a whole new model for economic development? Is this the blueprint for how you build a digital-first economy in the 21st century?
So, what do you think? Is India building the blueprint for the future? We really want to know what's on your mind, so let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this explainer, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching.